Hi there and welcome to the Bradbury Young channel. Welcome to Vlogmas day 15, which is Sunday the 15th. Yeah, of course, day 15. Today has been, as it always is for me, a quiet day, a bit slow going. But I've done a bit more of my dress today, the Butterick 6760 Lisette style dress. And, well, it's almost done. Almost, I say. Here we are so far. So yeah, looking like a whole dress, isn't it? I managed to get the top section attached to the bottom section, to the skirt section. And yeah, it's coming on quite nice. It's not quite finished, but it's almost there, you know. A couple of seams and finishing off, and I've got the hem to do yet. That's still a bit of a mess. See, that'll be, I'll have to hem up the actual dress and then hem the lining so it sits to how I want it. Shouldn't need to hang this because I don't expect it's going to be a problem with it sort of dropping or anything, because it is a cotton chambray. So yeah, there we go. Now the one thing about it is the waistband. The waistband is sort of like an internal waistband. It's one where you attach it on and then turn it down more like a facing piece, so that you attach the bodice section to the skirt. There's an oddity to it. Now, thank God I put lining in. You can actually see that. But my goodness, trying to work out which way I had to put this lining in, whether it goes up, down, and what layer I had to put in, because you have the skirt and then you have to put this layer in, and the lining and this part on, so it all folds down to the right position and then stitch in. But because it's folded down like a facing, you have to stitch this piece in, this facing section, for this waistband. But in doing that, you create a stitch line here instead of it being a waistband that sits up on top. And you attached the bodice bit into it and then the skirt into the other side of it. It's, like I say, like a facing, so it folds down. But the thing with it is that the pockets are made the way that you put this skirt together, that the pockets come up to the very top here. But of course, when you put this facing piece on, you've got to stitch along. So you end up stitching along onto that part of the pocket. So you actually cut off the top bit of the pocket. Okay, it reinforces it, but it's a bit of a weird way of doing it. I did find that a bit odd. So yeah, almost done. So tomorrow I should be able to give you a proper showing of that, shouldn't I, if I've got on with it, you know. Yeah, so the dress is one step away from being done, and I can properly show you what it looks like tomorrow, as long as all goes well, you know. And what else have I been doing? Well, the other thing I've been doing is my hat. So I've done a bit more of this. I say done a bit more. Well, a bit more looks like finished to me. And it does look a bit odd. It's very much a bell shape, isn't it? It's got that sort of bell look to it. It flares out a little bit at the bottom. And it is quite a snug fit, the way that I've done this one. I wanted it to be quite close fitting. I suppose if I wanted to make it slightly more out, then I would continue the arch, as it were, outwards before I started bringing it down, so now it would be a looser fit. But no, I quite like that. I'll tell you what, I'll try putting it on. Trouble is though, I need to, I got my hair tied up, so it doesn't really sit on top of my head with my hair tied up, so I'll just have to take that down. Did put in the brush, yeah, and then have it so it's at the back there. So I'll just tie my hair up at the back, because that way it'll cover it better. But then that's how I wanted it. I wanted it so that if my hair was properly tied back, especially if it's really cold weather, which is the idea for this, because it is 100% wool. So it will cover my head fully. So to do that, I need to have my hair tied up like so, really, at the back properly, out the way, so I can get the hat on and keep my head warm. Now the wool that I use is an organic wool, and it is actually, let me just grab that bag. Oh, excuse me. Because someone asked, and I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was, but somebody watching did ask what the brand was, and it is, so it says on here that is Essentials Organic Wool Aran, and it is, now it says in here, made in Italy, made with wool from Wales. So in other words, they sheared these lovely sheep, the Welsh sheep, in Wales, and then sent it off to Italy to be turned into yarn, into Aran weight, and it is Rico Design Limited, which are in London. So yeah, it's from Rico Design, who are the people who've done this wool, and it is a really lovely wool. So anyway, let's put it on and have a look. So, or at least you can have a look, and I can get that on. There we go. So, and that's quite snug, isn't it? It's a nice snug hat, and it's, you know, comes down, covers my ears, so my ears are not going to get cold, and the back of the neck. But as you can see, because it's quite close fitting, I have to have my hair tied back really, otherwise it won't go on. But that's it, isn't it? You know, a nice snug hat, because if I've got something else on and it's got a hood, I can at least put the hood over the top. But then when you put your hood down again, obviously if you haven't got a hat on, then your head can get cold quite quickly. So that is a brilliant way of doing it, because it flares out a little bit at the bottom. It means it's not tight on the ears, but at the same time it keeps it warm. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. That's quite really nice. You know, I'm not sure, but is there like a 1930s or 1940s style hat that's a little bit like this? I know there was a lady's hat that was like this. I'm not really sure. If anybody knows about styles of hats or something, just, you know, put it down in the comments, because I haven't got a clue myself. And mind you, this is using the craft of Nalbinding, which is thousands of years old, which predates any sort of fashion hat at all, doesn't it? You know, but yeah. So there we go. One nice, very warm woolly hat. Yeah, I like that. That's come out very nice. So there we go. On really cold days, I've got myself a nice woolly hat to wear. Oh, my head's warm already. Yeah, it is very warm. So there we go. That's what I did today. Got skirt almost, dress almost done. One hat completely finished. And took it easy other than that, you know, been not so much else. Weather's been a bit odd today. We had a really nice sunset actually. It was very sort of red sunset, which you don't normally see at this time of year so much, especially with the weather that we've been having. You know, it's a bit rough and a bit hit and miss, hasn't it? You know, the storms we had and stuff, you know, blasting us away and blowing things over. But yeah, we had a nice sunset, so I took a couple of pictures of that, so I'll insert them in a moment before the end. And yeah, a couple of bits of the evening sunset. I've only got a couple of pictures, but yeah, I'll definitely show you them, and we can have a look at what our red skies were like today, which is really quite dramatic really, because it's very different, you know, very lots of colours, lots of reds and that in there. So at this time of year we don't normally see a sunset, especially with weather I normally get. It's normally get grey, just plain old grey, but today it was very nice. So there we go. That really is all that I've got to tell you about today. Tomorrow, don't know. I'll have to wait till tomorrow, won't I? So that's it. That's all I can tell you about. So that is Vlogmas 15. That's Sunday the 15th of December. And we're nearly there. We're getting there, crunching on, aren't we? So yeah, I shall leave it at that. So hopefully I'll get to see you all tomorrow. So take care of yourselves. Bye.
Prelude.